All right, let's talk about one of the biggest upgrades you can give your entire testing process. We're going to move past just writing tests and actually build an automated safety net for your code by plugging Playwright right into your GitHub Actions workflow.
Does this sound, a little painfully familiar? You're ready to merge a huge new feature, so what do? You kick off the entire test suite on your own machine, and you just sit there and wait, hoping you didn't miss something. Look, we've all been there. It is a massive bottleneck, and frankly, there is a much, much smarter way to work.
And this really lays it all out. On the left, that's the old way. It's slow, it's repetitive, and let's be real, it's just begging for human error. That's what leads to those risky merges. But on the right, that's the CI way. It's fast, it's consistent, and it's totally reliable. This isn't just about going faster. It's about getting the confidence to ship code without that constant fear on the back of your mind. That's the jump we're making today.
So, let's get to it. Let's build this automated safety net. It all starts with really getting one core concept in all of modern software development: continuous integration, or just CI.
So what exactly is CI? Well, in the simplest terms, it's just the practice of automatically firing off your entire test suite on a totally fresh remote server every single time new code gets pushed. And the key phrase there is clean environment. No more of those, well, it works on my machine headaches. What you get is instant, unbiased feedback on the health of your app.
I really love this analogy. Think of every single commit, every pull request, as a developer walking a tightrope. CI, that's your safety net. If you happen to slip up, if there's a bug, it catches you right away. You get that immediate feedback long before a mistake ever gets a chance to reach your actual users.
Okay, theory's great, but let's get our hands dirty. We're about to walk through the exact blueprint to make this automation happen. And trust me, you've got this. It is way simpler than it looks.
At a high level, pretty much every workflow boils down to these 5 simple, logical steps. First, we tell it when to run. Then we grab the code. We set up the environment. We run our tests. And finally, we save the results. Let's break down each one.
So everything lives in one single YAML file right inside your .github/workflows folder. The very first thing you do is define the trigger with this on keyword. Right here, we're just telling GitHub Actions, hey, I want you to kick this whole thing off every time there's a push and every time a pull request is created. This simple little line is what makes it continuous.
Okay, so the workflow is started, but that remote machine, what they call a runner, it's totally empty. It's a blank slate. So step 2 is to get our code onto it. For that, we use this pre-built action/checkout step. Its only job is to pull your repository's code right into that runner so our test actually has something to run against. Simple, but totally essential.
Okay, I really need you to focus on this next part because this is it. This is the rookie mistake that trips up, I'm not kidding, like 90% of engineers the first time they try to set this up. Seriously, this one little tip is the absolute key to making it all work.
This command, right here, this is the secret sauce. npx playwright install -with deps. So why is that -with deps flag so incredibly important? Well, because that GitHub runner, it's just a bare-bones Linux machine. It doesn't just need the browser files, it needs all the underlying operating system libraries to even launch a browser. This one flag takes care of all of that for you. Whatever you do, do not forget it.
And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. With our environment perfectly set up, running our entire test suite is as simple as this one line: npx playwright test. That is it. Playwright just takes over and runs everything automatically.
But wait, what happens if a test fails on that remote machine? You can't just open the browser on your laptop and check it out. That's why this final step is completely non-negotiable. We use action/upload artifact to save the entire Playwright report folder. Think of this as the black box flight recorder for your test run. It has all the evidence, the reports, the screenshots, the traces, everything you need to figure out what went wrong.
All right, now let's talk about the common traps. Look, everybody makes these mistakes when they're starting out, but if you know them ahead of time, you can save yourself a ton of frustration.
The classic. This is the one that drives everyone crazy, right? You're totally confident your code is perfect. Everything passes on your machine. But the second GitHub Actions runs it, boom, failure. So what is going on?
Yep, 9 times out of 10, this is why. You forgot -with deps. Your local machine already has all those OS libraries it needs, but that fresh, clean CI runner doesn't. This goes right back to that critical command we just covered. It's almost always the culprit.
Okay, so a test failed on the remote server. You just see a big red X next to your pull request. How in the world are you supposed to debug something that you can't see or interact with? Well, you're flying completely blind if you skipped that upload artifact step. Without that report, all you have to go on is a text log. That HTML report with that beautiful trace viewer, that is your complete remote debugging toolkit. It's like having a DVR for your test run. You have to upload it.
Okay, so you've got the fundamentals down, and you know how to dodge the common traps. Now, let's level up. These are the pro tips that'll take your CI pipeline from just working to being truly world-class. Here are 3 tips from the pros you can use right away. First, always use runs on Ubuntu latest. It's the cheapest runner GitHub offers, and it's the environment the Playwright team themselves recommend. Second, in your CI config file, try setting workers 1. Now, why would you do that? Because those CI runners can be a little low on resources, and this simple change tells Playwright to prioritize test stability over raw parallel speed. It'll prevent a lot of flaky failures. And third, this one's my favorite. Set your trace mode to on first retry. This is a total game changer. It means Playwright only records a full, detailed trace for a test if it fails the first time and has to be retried. It saves you so much time and storage. And I'm not exaggerating here. If you can really master what we've just covered, you are already way ahead of the curve. You'll be building testing systems that are more robust and professional than what the majority of teams out there are doing. This is a huge level up for your career.
So what's next? Well, once your test suite really starts to grow, even this slick, automated setup can start to feel a little slow. The next step is to go even faster by splitting your tests across multiple machines all at the same time. That technique is called sharding, and we're going to cover exactly how to do it in our next explainer. You are not going to want to miss that.